Hey Snow, how's it going today?
Today I rest because yesterday I have exam. Um, that is a college education test, English test on six.
Okay, so you had an English test yesterday?
Yeah,
Okay, and then today you're just resting, right?
yeah, because tomorrow is Chinese traditional festival. Um, it is um, the Dragon Boat Festival.
Oh, the Dragon Boat Festival, that's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice, really nice. Cool, cool. How do you feel you did on the test? Do you think you did well?
Mm, no, um, because I think the lesson is so difficult.
Mm,
Um, it speaks so quickly.
really?
But yeah, but I think the most difficult is not the lesson. It's a writing something. Uh, we this test we have the three choice. The the all have the three um that is called paper, three paper.
Okay.
Um, and have three examining paper and don't you decide which paper you have it's teachers give you is that paper and another paper is another paper
Hmm.
and I chose a very difficult paper um, and that writing it's about the poverty poverty, the poverty, um, and
Oh.
it
Hmm.
is about yeah, it is about Chinese to uh, overcome some poverty
Okay.
and make some people um, to become the will to do uh, the moderate prosperity in that.
Okay.
And because uh, I don't know the poverty uh, the means
Hmm.
the poverty the means and he only it's only give me a picture that is that the first year is that and second year and that become the zero
Mm.
because I don't understand that word and I think I wrote it's about another thing. I'm
Oh,
so sorry. Yeah.
I see. I see. But do you know what poverty means now?
Yeah, I don't know the poverty means.
Okay, okay. But do you know what it means now? Now you know?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, sometimes I think that, on tests, they make it more difficult than it really is because like maybe for the listening, maybe the listening was maybe the listening wasn't natural. I don't think it probably wasn't natural speed. Maybe it was faster than an ordinary person speaking. I think they do that to make it harder. Um, for the topic of your paper, um, yeah, like so they had like a graph. It's like a chart that it showed like it goes down, 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 something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay. So poverty. Yeah. Yeah. Poverty was okay. Mm. Yeah. That's. I mean, at least you know what poverty is now, so you won't make the
Yeah.
same mistake again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Cool. So, so today we're just gonna be talking about this article that it's similar to what we were talking about last lesson. We were talking about how
yeah,
the government, right? They want to try to make sure that the rich Americans are paying their taxes, right? Um,
yeah,
so that the government has more money to use on different projects, right? Because Biden wants to um, help the economy by building things, helping the education system, helping the healthcare system, and all that stuff, right? So they need money. So this is similar to that because um, well, yeah, let's read it, but you'll see that this is very similar to what we read the last time. Okay, so let's read the title.
yeah. Biden administration to return $2 billion in Trump border war funds to Pentagon.
Good, good. So let's just go over um, the title, right? So Biden administration, right? So administration just means like
Mm,
it's like Biden's team, right? Biden's team.
got it.
Yeah. Um, and they are going to return the money in the
Yeah.
Trump border wall funds. And do you know what funds mean?
The funding means to it is about some money uh, and the cash.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a fund is just like an account. It's like an account that you keep money in, right? So you have a fund, and then you put money inside of the fund, right?
Yeah,
So Trump had a fund for the border wall, right? So he had an account where he had all of the money
yeah,
that he was going to use to build the wall, right? The border. Um,
yeah,
yeah. So Biden's team, Biden's administration, returned all that money.
yeah,
They returned it back to the Pentagon. So
yeah,
so now that there is no more money to build the wall because they don't want that money to go to building the wall. They want to use that money for something else. So that's why they gave the money back to the Pentagon, right?
yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll ask you to read the paragraph, the next paragraph, and what I want you to do after each paragraph that you read, I want you to tell me um, what is the meaning of the paragraph. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let's read the first paragraph.
Mm, yeah. The Biden administration on Friday announced plans to return to the Pentagon roughly $2 billion in upfront uh, military military construction funds signed by the Trump administration for a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border after conducting a full review of the former president's controversial signature immigration project.
Good. Good. That was good reading. Good reading. The only thing is on line two,
Yeah.
the last word on line two, it says construction funds. So what is that word?
Uh, Seasons.
Seized. It's like seized.
Seized. Seized.
Seized.
Yeah.
Seized. hmm
Seized.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So what is this paragraph talking about?
That about Biden's want uh, come back some money uh, to the patent patent
Mm,
patent
Penta.
Pentagon
Pentagon.
Penta, Pentagon.
hmm
That and that money is from the border, the Mexico border, and I think he don't support the Trumps to build the border and want to use that money to do any other things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good, good. Yep. So it says that the money was unspent military construction funds, right? So Trump wanted to use that money to hire the military to build the wall. Um,
Yeah.
but then President Biden, if you look at the second to last line, it said, after conducting a full review of the former president's controversial signature immigration project, right? So
Yeah.
Biden's team, his administration, they did a full review of the project, and they realized that the project doesn't need that money. Um, so then that's why they gave it back to the Pentagon. Yep. All right. Good, good, good. Oh, and also the Pentagon is kind of like you can think of it as like the military office. Just think of it as like the military office.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that is like the star.
Yeah, yeah. It's a shape. Yeah, like a shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next paragraph.
Yeah. The money will be used on 16 fixed delayed projects on installation in uh, 11 states and 16 countries, including schools for military families, Hungary's housing and training facilities, according to the administration.
Good, good. So what is this paragraph talking about?
It's about the monies will used in which project.
Yeah, exactly, right. So instead of spending $2 billion on a wall that that is going to be useless, they want to use it to do 66 projects, right? And that's going to help people in different countries, right? 16 countries and 11 states, right? So schools, housing, training facilities, all of that stuff. I think that's a better use of the money. I think this is better. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead to the next paragraph.
Yeah, it is a balance available to return to the defense
Defense. Hmm.
um, yeah, defense department from the roughly 14 billion dollars in funds identified by the Biden administration in April that Trump diverted from other parts of the government towards a war project.
Mm. Mm-hmm. So what is this talking about?
Yeah. It is talking about uh, mm, it is about uh, the Biden's part. She will back to the money and the and the, and he he promised he will not to uh, make the border
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, and um, and he will back to the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So on like if you look at the first line, right? It says it's the balance available to return to the Defense Department, right? So the Defense Department you could just think of as like, the military and, stuff like that, right? So it's the balance. So balance just means like the available money, right? Available money
Mm,
to return to the Defense Department from, it says, roughly $14 billion in funds. $14 billion in funds identified by the Biden administration that Trump diverted from other parts of the government
from
toward the
other
wall.
parts.
Yeah, so this is basically saying that Trump took money from different parts of the government, right? So he took money from here,
Yeah.
from there, from there, from there, and he put all of that money inside of
To
his wall fund, right? His wall fund.
yeah.
So he put $14 billion of government money into his wall
Yeah.
fund, right? So now what the Biden administration is doing is that they're reviewing the project, right? They're saying, okay, Trump took this much money from the Defense Department, so we're going to give the Defense Department back that money, right? So they're saying,
Yeah.
okay, Trump took $2 billion, we're going to give them back the money that Trump took from them. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense? All right, cool. So let's go to the next one.
Yeah. And will Biden pledge as a candidate to build not another foot of wall on the border? The administration said Friday that funds approved by Congress for border barrier projects this year will be spent by the administration until lawmakers cancel or reroute the spending.
Okay. So what is this one talking about?
Mm, the Biden will not to build the border, but the Congress give the government some money when the Trump is president, and they will use that uh, they will use that money uh, and until the plan uh, disappear disappear.
Disappear? Yeah, or canceled. Canceled, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, right? So Biden said that he's not going to use any money to build the wall.
the border.
Yeah, build the
Yeah,
border. He said that's not going to happen. And yeah, so exactly, right? So Congress did approve um, Trump's border project. So they did approve it when he was president. Um,
yeah,
but Biden is saying that this year, um, like that money will be spent on other things, but not the border project.
the border.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's continue to the next paragraph.
Um, Although most of the funds used for the border were diverted from other proposals, Congress provided DHS with uh, border barrier projects. DHS is legally required to use the funds consistent with their appropriated purpose, the administration said.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Good, good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what is this talking about?
It is talking about um, even though the lot of money is from the other parts, but a little money is about the border. It gives the border. It is original give the border. It's not from the other part, and that money must use on the border,
Mm-hmm.
on the to prevent uh, the immigrant and to protect the land. It's used on that.
Yep, yep, exactly. Good, good job. Let's continue to the next part.
In, for now, the administration plans to uh, pre- prioritize the cleanup of military construction sites at the border and environmental uh, mitigation work as it determines how to spend that remaining funds absent congressional congressional action.
Okay, okay, good, good. So what is this about?
I think it is about uh, they will they will first to deal with the about the troop troop
Hmm.
troop cleanup and about some um, and about uh, it is uh, I don't know the troop cleanup and the environment. And it's about the environment some work.
Hmm.
And then it is the first use, and then to determine uh, whether to stop the stop the fund, stop the money.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. So it says for now, right? So for now just means that um, that's just the plan currently. So the plan may change later on, right? Um, but the administration plans to prioritize the cleanup of military construction sites at the
Mm,
border, right? So
mm,
remember how we said that Trump was asking the military to build the border?
mm,
So right now at the border, they have military construction sites. So military construction sites just means that the military they were at the border and they set up their construction. So that means the military was actually constructing the border. Um, so right now, Biden wants to clean that up. So he's saying that I don't want that I don't want the military to have construction sites at the border, right? So the military can be there, the military can be at the border, but they want to remove the construction site, right?
mm,
Um, and then environmental mitigation work, as it determines how to suspend that remaining funding absent congressional action. Um, so like this environmental work is it's not it's not related to the border at all. It's just mitigating something is like when you try to like stop something, right? So when you like mitigate a problem, then you are
mm,
like stopping the problem. Um,
yeah.
so that's what it is. Environmental mitigation work. That's like work on the environment that can like stop some of the problems in the environment. So that's what they're trying to focus on. They're trying to focus on like if you think of like what is it called? Like like global warming. Have you heard of global warming?
Ah, yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So global warming is kind of like that. They are trying to like maybe um, do some work that will like mitigate that. So think of things um, like cleaning up trash or stop like try to decrease pollution. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So stuff like that is like environmental mitigation work. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So let's go to the next paragraph.
As for the private land side,
Seized.
by the
Hmm.
seized by the Trump administration through uh, imminent downing actions, the Biden administration will continue to review whether acquired land remains necessary for cleanup and environmental work.
Hmm. Good. Good. So what is this about?
Um, I think it is about the Trump's use some private land,
Hmm.
and the Bidens want to check uh, whether to uh, clean up this land
Hmm.
and the environment is necessary.
Yeah, exactly. So when they say that, so you see, it says private land seized by the Trump administration, right? So when you see something seized, something is seized. That means something is taken by force. So that means they took it from somebody else, right? So this just means that like the land was somebody else's before. It was somebody else's before, but then Trump seized the land from somebody. So he took the land from somebody. So now the Biden administration is saying that, well, does it, like, do they still need to seize the land, or can we give the land back?
To
So
the private owner.
yeah, exactly. So they're saying like they will continue to review whether acquired land remains necessary for cleanup and environmental work. So they're saying like, is this still necessary to seize the land? And if it's not necessary, they're probably gonna give the land back, right? Um,
Yeah.
okay, cool. All right, and let's read the last sentence. I mean, sorry, last paragraph.
Um,
Sorry.
yeah. The Department of the Homeland Security will work to return land no longer needed by the administration to its prior orders,
Prior.
according to uh, prior
Prior.
prior orders, according to a fact sheet, a commitment that appears to fall short of advocate costs for full return of signed border ports and a commitment to pay for any damages.
Good. Okay, so what is this talking about?
Yeah. It's about the government will come back the land to the private people,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and uh, uh, the that's the promise. It's like some parts. Um, the lake is about um, the lake is about it's don't a crowd to give some money if the land was damaged, was broken.
Mm-hmm.
It I think it's only to promise to come back the land,
To
but
return
it
to
will
return the land.
yeah, to return land, but it will not give the people's money.
Yeah, so I think that like I think they want to try to to do that. They want to keep their promise and pay for any damages, right? So yeah, so I think they they want to do that. Like that's their aim. That's their goal. Their goal is to return the land, return the seized land, and
Yeah,
pay for any damages on the land. Um,
yeah,
so I think that's what they want to do. Um, and yeah, so I think that's about it. So let's just go over like a summary of what we
yeah,
read today. Can you tell me?
yeah. The summary is the Bidens want to stop the border and to make some money to some benefit people things
Mm-hmm.
uh, and will come back to some land and any other part to the persons, private persons, and the money will use in a lot of good things.
Good. And can you tell me a little bit more about Trump's border funds? Like what was Trump going to use that money for, and how was he going to use it?
He will the fund monies is from lot of parts from the other parts, but a little
Of the
is
government,
from the re-
parts of the government.
but yeah, but a little is from the original part. Uh, like can use is that, but
Mm-hmm.
he some other the use is that
Mm-hmm.
uh, to build the border.
Mm-hmm.
And the funds uh, will still used in the government,
Okay.
but will not use in the border.
So how was Trump going to build the border? Like who was he going to ask to help him build the border?
Who asked
Mm-hmm.
to build the
Who?
border?
Yeah, who was he going to ask?
I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
Uh,
So who was building the border? Who was building it?
the Trump is building the border.
The military was building the border, right? The military construction
Yes.
site, right? So he had the military. The military they set up construction sites at the border, and they started constructing the wall, right? So the Trump so Biden told the military to stop building the wall, and he gave them back the money. He gave the military back the money. He said, "Go use the money for something else. Don't build the wall anymore. This is $2 billion. Go, go. I think it was about schools for military families, housing and training facilities, and all that other stuff, but not the wall." So he told them to clean it up, clean up the construction site, and use the money for other things, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. All right, so I think that this was a pretty good article. I learned a lot about the wall funds. So that was cool. Yeah, yeah. So definitely take a look at this article and just go over the words that that you didn't know about, like maybe like mitigation. That was a good word.
Mitigation.
Seized is a good word too. Seized is when you like take something by force, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of good words in here that will it's just good to practice. So just go over it and try to look up some of the words that you don't know. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right, Snow. So I think this is the end of our lesson for today. So I'll talk to you next
Mm.
time. Okay.
Talk to teacher
All
next
right.
time.
Have a good day. Bye.
Have a